Here are your General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, August 28th, 2025. When you think there is no lower that Drew Cain can go, he surprises everyone. Not only does he have an old lady arrested due to a petty vendetta, but now he is ready to confront Micheal again and gives him a warning. He is going to make sure Micheal loses custody of his kids, and Willow is going to return to him if he does. Micheal is not sure whether to believe Drew, but he still has no idea that Sidwell paid off the judge to grant him full custody. When Sidwell hears that Marco tried to make a deal with Drew regarding the custody case, he loses his mind, lays into his son, and shouts that this wasn't part of the plan, knowing that Stella is now sitting in the PCPD interrogation room, all because of Drew, has both Alexis and Sonny on the warpath. They head down to the police station, where they try to help Stella. Sonny assures Stella he will get her out of this mess. He then assures Alexis that Drew will get what's coming to him, but that may be easier said than done. Is Sonny about to do something to Drew? If so, just add him to the long list of people who want to try. After realizing that Curtis called Jordan for help with the Stella situation, Portia rails at Curtis when they are alone in her office. Curtis tries to defend himself because he was trying to help his auntie, but Protea doesn't know why he had to call his ex-wife. In fact, she tells Curtis that if he walks out of her office before they resolve things, she will know their marriage is over. It looks like Curtis does just that. But we're sure Isaiah will be there to pick up the pieces. Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Welcome to the General Hospital Daily YAPP. For a quick, and by that, I mean you're already halfway done, recap of the most amazing or what the heck did we just watch moments on today's episode. Let's get to it. And there it is. Sonny Corinthos knows more than anyone when someone's time is up. Today, he declared that Drew has a target on his back. Drew is screwing over people left and right. Eventually, someone's gonna take him down. You make that many enemies, you put a target on your back. It's just a matter of time before he gets what he deserves, Sonny told Alexis. Right after Sonny uttered those words, we saw Drew making an enemy of Nina more than ever before, as Nina realized Willow was dumb enough to believe Drew over her own mother. In fact, she said it right to Drew's face when she uttered the words, "I swear, if you hurt my daughter again, I'll see you dead." Marco even overheard her. So, let's get this show on the road, General Hospital. We've only been waiting all darn year for this story. Drew can't stop making enemies and is now responsible for an old lady being arrested for changing dates on a few insurance forms so that patients got the care they needed. He even took out a restraining order this week to keep his daughter away from her aunts, grandmother, and brothers, just to exert his power. There is no bottom when it comes to Drew, but there is a man who has overplayed his hand enough to give us a good old murder mystery. Want more details? We got you! Soap Central has the best full GH recaps on the internet. You can even go back over 30 years and read each and every one of them. If you can't wait until the next episode, we have daily spoilers too. And whatever you do this weekend, do not, seriously, do not, forget to read the 2 scoops for some laughs in the as close as we can come to being a watching party without actually being a show. And the best part is, if you agree or disagree, we want to know. As always, share your comments below. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, August 28th reveal that Drew Cain will blackmail Micheal Corinthos while Jen Sidwell ends up furious over Marco Rios blabbing his Sonny Corinthos leverage. First on Thursday's GH episode, Portia Robinson will deliver a warning to Curtis Ashford in her office. As they clash over Jordan Ashford and all their other issues, Portia will insist she'll know their marriage is over if Curtis walks out that door. Curtis may insist on walking out anyway since he's trying to clean up this whole mess with Stella Henry, which Portia is partially responsible for. Portia let Drew get the upper hand on her, which led to this awful chain reaction. Stella will wonder if she's really going to jail as she sits in the PCPD interrogation room on Thursday's show. As for Drew, he'll be busy going after another blackmail victim. It'll be Micheal this time, since Marco just approached Drew with a solution to his problem. Marco was growing too impatient over Sidwell's refusal to pull the trigger on using his Sonny leverage. That's why Marco will apparently spill the beans to Drew about the judge bribery, and how it'll look like Sonny bought Michael's custody victory if it's exposed. Drew will approach Michael and urge him to jump at something while he has the chance. It sounds like Drew will try to force Michael into a custody corner now that Willow Tate has promised to reunite with him if he gets her children back. Next, someone surprising will come to Tracy Quartermaine for help, so she'll guess this person must be desperate. It may be Martin Gray who's hoping for backup on this Stella situation. Since both Martin and Tracy consider Stella a friend, Tracy may promise to do whatever she can to come to her rescue. Trina Robinson will also get updates on all the horrifying Stella news and fret over what's going to happen to her. Over with Sonny, he'll reiterate that Drew's going down one way or another. Sonny will tell Alexis Davis that son of a bitch is gonna pay, so he'll look forward to Drew's downfall happening sooner or later. Of course, it could happen sooner than anyone expects if Drew's body is the one Rocco Falconeri and Danny Morgan find floating in the water by the end of the week. Meanwhile, Sidwell will blow his top when he realizes Marco went behind his back and blabbed to Drew. Once Sidwell finds out Marco just handed over their blackmail material, he'll be outraged. "It was all part of the plan," Sidwell shouts in Thursday's GH preview video as he scolds Marco for going against his wishes. Finally, Giovanni Gio Palmieri will soften toward Dante Falconeri, so they'll get a bonding moment of their own, now that Gio's had one with Brooklyn Quartermaine. General Hospital spoilers say Gio could be on the verge of truly accepting his bio parents and giving them a place in his life. But it'll take a little more work to get there. As General Hospital sunk Maxie into a coma and shipped her off to Massachusetts to await her wake-up call, Gary James Fuller, the 9-year-old who plays her son James, took to Instagram to share a few behind-the-scenes photos from Kirsten Storm's last tape day and sent the actress the sweetest message. Thankfully, Storms is not gone for good. In July, the fan favorite disclosed via social media that she was taking a break from work to relocate from California to Tennessee. When you approach a job like this, they can always be like, "Forget it. I will let you out of your contract if you're going to leave the state," she said. General Hospital did not do that, which was kind of amazing, because I also asked for some time off. Not that much time, though. Maxie's coma won't last nearly as long as BFF Lulu's 4-year nap. "It's possible I will be back in December, maybe November," Storms said. Storms joined the General Hospital cast in 2005 as the older child of classic super couple Frisco and Felicia Jones. In 2010, she tied the knot with castmate Brandon Barash, with whom she shares 11-year-old daughter Harper. The actors divorced in 2016, but now happily co-parent Harper. General Hospital spoilers update for Wednesday, August 27th, reveals that Nina Reeves will lose it on Willow Tate, while Drew Kane hopes for one last chance. Ava Jerome will also need Lucas Jones' help, so here's what GH fans can look forward to. For starters, Rick Lansing will remain a hostage, thanks to Ava, Christina Corinthos Davis, and Alexis Davis' latest plan. Although Rick will get a visitor in the basement he's trapped in, his pleas to get out of there won't work. Alexis should make sure Rick stays locked up tight while she's dealing with other issues. Sonny Corinthos will catch up with Alexis regarding all the restraining order drama and promise that Drew's going to get what's coming to him. As for Christina, she'll face Molly Lansing Davis's wrath over the whole Ava seduction plot. Molly will rip into Christina for hiring Cody Bell to come between Ava and Rick. But Christina has much bigger secrets. That includes causing the car crash that nearly killed Rick and this hostage mess that Christina's now tangled up in. While Christina tackles Molly's angry questions, Ava will track down Lucas and push for some help. It's tough to imagine Ava confiding the truth about captive Rick, but she'll still seek a favor of some sort and hope Lucas can deliver. Across town, Marco Rios will give Giovanni Gio Palmieri some guidance. Gio has been keeping his distance from Dante Falconeri and Brooklyn Quartermaine ever since he found out they were his biological parents, but changes could be brewing. Marco will talk to Gio about reconnecting with Jen Sidwell and wishing he'd been able to reconnect with Natalia Ramirez, too. Since Gio's parents are alive and willing to embrace him, Marco may push him to take advantage of that. Although Brooklyn won't want to get her hopes up too high, she'll see an encouraging sign on Wednesday's show. That could involve Gio taking the first step toward a relationship with Dante, since they're about to spend some time together. Brooklyn could be next, if Dante can convince Gio to forgive her, or at least hear her out. However, there could still be a few bumps in the road when it comes to Gio and Brooklyn's attempt to bond again. At GH, Curtis Ashford will sound the alarm to Portia Robinson about Stella Henry landing in legal hot water. Stella will try to stay optimistic during a conversation with Isaiah Gannon, but her arrest is indeed coming up soon. Portia will spot something unsettling, so we'll see if that involves Curtis leaning on Jordan Ashford, or perhaps this arrest playing out. Either way, Portia is on the verge of making a bold move and stepping over the line in the process. At the Port Charles Grill, Nina will make a disturbing discovery when she finds Willow, who could be ready to strike a deal with Drew. Although Drew may view this as his last chance to prove himself and win Willow over, Nina should be appalled over Willow giving him the time of day. Fans will see Nina lose it on Willow as she demands answers, but Willow won't think she owes Nina an explanation. It's clear that Willow's main goal is getting her children back by any means necessary. If Drew can make that happen for Willow, she may be willing to move back in his house and try to repair their romance. Regardless, General Hospital spoilers say Willow will make a pitch that Nina disapproves of that'll infuriate her mom. General Hospital star Sawandi Wilson is celebrating the first anniversary of his debut as Dr. Isaiah Gannon on the show. Wilson's first episode aired on August 26, 2024. He commemorated the occasion on his X account after a fan tagged him on a post about the anniversary. The original post from X user Chris Attaway showed a clip of Wilson's first scene on the show with Jonathan Jackson as Lucky Spencer. Wilson shared the post and added, "Wow, I can't believe it's been a year already. Thank you for all the love." What's been your favorite storyline / where would you like to see it go? GH. General Hospital. Isaiah Gannon. Dozens of fans congratulated him on his first year on the show. He replied to many of them, thanking them for their support. One fan said, "I'm glad you're still at General Hospital. I liked the idea of you being involved with Portia more so than Jordan." Isaiah started out as a close friend of Lucky's. Both of them were held captive by Jen Sidwell at his mining compound in Somalia. Isaiah escaped and made it on his own back to Port Charles, where he was hit by a car and sent to GH for treatment. Isaiah eventually decided to stay in Port Charles and was hired on staff at General Hospital. Wilson is loving his time on the show. He regularly shares behind-the-scenes pictures and videos on his Instagram account, most recently on June 25th. The New York native recently shared a series of posts promoting a photo shoot he did there. On the first one, several co-stars liked or commented on it. Tanisha Harper said, "Yeah, buddy." Christina Wagner said, "OMG, so good." Both of them added fire emojis. Earlier this year, Wilson had a key role in the series finale of Star Trek, Discovery, where he played Captain Leto. In May, he shared 2 behind-the-scenes photos from that appearance, featuring main series star Sonequa Martin Green and David Ajala. He also been on hit series such as The House of Flowers, Bull and Law & Order, SVU, and he was married in December. Isaiah is in a kind of holding pattern on General Hospital as of late. He has been a leading doctor character in scenes set in GH, and he has been a source of advice for co-workers Willow Tate and Elizabeth Baldwin. He is trying to help Stella Henry with the investigations into insurance fraud. He was dating Jordan for a while, and they had some sexy times, but she broke up with him so she could work for Sidwell and investigate him. Isaiah has not interacted with Sidwell lately. He recently took his boss, Dr. Portia Robinson, to the Metro Court pool for some R&R, but at the moment, she is still happily married to her husband, Curtis Ashford. Isaiah's other story has been the troubles he has had renovating the cabin that Lucky gave him when he left Port Charles. Dr. Gannon has been complaining to coworkers about the expense and hassles he has had working on the place. It's unclear right now why he is mentioning the cabin, but on General Hospital, when a cabin in the middle of nowhere is mentioned on the show, the odds are great that it will be used in a story before too long. So hopefully, Isaiah's place is the site for some drama and danger down the road. General Hospital's Jason Morgan is headed for a double shock. He already knows that Britt is alive and has begged her to let him help her escape her captivity at the Five Poppies resort. While seeing a former dead lover actually alive was jarring, he's going to be even more surprised when he discovers that Jocelyn is now a WSB agent. As those surprising events continue to unfold, Burton had his own real-life shocker when he learned he was being impersonated by an AI deepfake. LA's ABC7 Eyewitness News shared a teaser clip for a news report on Instagram, captioning it, "Scammers are now turning to artificial intelligence to get your money, and unfortunately, for some people, it's working." Investigative reporter Kevin Ozebek tells us about a scam involving General Hospital star Steve Burton and a South Los Angeles woman today on Eyewitness News at 5 p.m. on ABC7. The news report addressed a troubling case where artificial intelligence was used to impersonate the General Hospital star in a cruel scheme. In the full report, viewers were shown two videos side by side, the real Steve Burton and an AI-generated fake. The fabricated clip featured a digital likeness of the actor declaring love for a woman named Abigail, who believed she was speaking directly to the soap star. The reporters explained that the scammer, or scammers, had used AI software to create an astonishing likeness of Burton, which experts agreed could easily fool someone. Abigail did not appear in the video, but her daughter, Vivian Ruvalcaba, explained that because her mother was dealing with mental illness, it made her ripe for the picking by scammers. "I'm sickened by it because it went this far," she said, explaining that she only learned what was happening after her mother had already sent money. According to the report, Abigail was persuaded through messages and fake videos to believe General Hospital's Burton was in love with her and needed financial help. Over time, she sent at least $81,000 in cash, gift cards, and cryptocurrency, and even sold her condo for $350,000. Vivian intervened just before her mother was about to send an additional $70,000. "She's ashamed," Ruvalcaba explained, adding that the ordeal has weighed heavily on their entire family. For Burton, the story is sadly familiar. He told investigators that scams like this have become widespread, saying, "That I know of who have lost money, it's in the hundreds." He also emphasized, "First of all, I don't need your money. I would never ask for money." The General Hospital star called these AI-driven schemes an epidemic, recounting how some fans have approached him at appearances, believing they were in long-term online relationships with him. "You just see, it's so sad when you see the devastation," he said. Abigail's family is taking legal action to try to reverse the sale of her house. The reporters noted that this case is a sad and scary reminder that technology is moving with leaps and bounds, and anyone can be a victim. The investigators also warned viewers to be wary that any video they see online, and now potential interactions with celebrities, could indeed be fake. General Hospital spoilers are in for Thursday, August 28, 2025. Fans can expect Jen Sidwell to have a meltdown. Sonny Corinthos makes a grim prediction. Plus, Curtis Ashford leaves Portia Robinson. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the ABC soap opera. Let's start off with Sidwell, who has a temper tantrum while talking with Marco Rios. Even though Marco wants his father to make Sonny pay right now, the villain says it requires patience. When the father and son meet again, expect Sidwell to scream so loudly that his face turns beet red. I can't understand what he's saying, but he's clearly furious with Marco over something. Over with Sonny, he will continue chatting with Alexis Davis while Rick Lansing is being held hostage downstairs. As the topic turns to Scout Quartermain and Drew Kane, the mob boss offers assurance to Alexis. The man says that one day, someone is going to take Drew out. General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, August 28th, reveal that Stella Henry was arrested for medical insurance fraud. The woman sits at the police station and asks if she's really going to jail. Meanwhile, Curtis starts to open the door to leave Portia's office at the hospital. Sobbing, the doctor warns that if he walks out that door, their marriage is over. It seems that Curtis walks out that door anyway. Over with Trina Robinson. she makes a discovery. This could be about her parents, but it's more likely that Stella has been arrested. That likely explains Trina asking for Kai Taylor's help later in the week. Plus, Gio Palmieri connects with Dante Falconeri. Could this be the beginning of the family healing? It's about time, as Gio has been angry long enough for a decision that happened years ago. Tracy Quartermain gets a surprise proposition. In a preview clip, Tracy says, "You must really be desperate if you're asking for my help." Also, Drew continues to threaten Micheal Corinthos. While Drew thinks he has the upper hand against everyone right now, it seems his demise could come sooner rather than later. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Thursday, August 28th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Keep watching the soap on ABC to find out what happens next. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Dr. Britt Westbourne is alive and well. She has been in Croatia working on a top-secret research assignment and has already crossed paths with Jason Morgan. It is only a matter of time before Britt makes her way back to Port Charles, after the events at the Five Poppies Resort end. Jason could definitely bring her back to Port Charles and reunite her with her mother, Dr. Liesl Obrecht. Lulu Spencer would be particularly affected by Britt's return to Port Charles, and it would rock her world. Jason and Britt return to Port Charles, and Jason takes Britt to see her mother Liesl, who is shocked that she is still alive. Liesl, although elated to have her daughter back, could also be angry with her for pretending to be dead. When Lulu hears the news that Britt is alive, she would lose her mind. She would be livid that the man who stole her embryo is back, and she would be filled with fear as Rocco Falconeri would want to get to know the woman who gave birth to him. Now that Britt is alive, Lulu would become desperate to keep Rocco away from Britt. Rocco would want to get to know Britt, but Lulu would forbid it. She would tell him that he is not to go anywhere near Britt and that she is not a good person. Lulu would be dead set against Britt seeing Rocco as well, as Britt could express desire to see him as well. Lulu would go to leaps and bounds to keep Britt and Rocco apart, after telling Liesl that she wants to spend time with Rocco. And Liesl attempting to convince Lulu, Britt and Lulu would have a confrontation. They would rehash the past about how Rocco came to be, and that Lulu does not trust Britt around Rocco. Therefore, she cannot see him or spend time with him. Britt would tell her that she has no control over Rocco wanting to see her, and that he will see her if he wants to. Lulu would become livid at this point and attack Britt. Britt would be shocked, and a catfight would ensue. Now that Britt is back and she has made her feelings known, Lulu would fear the worst and doesn't want Rocco to see Britt out of fear that she may lose him. She would be devastated if they got close, and she would not be able to handle that. Keeping Britt and Rocco apart is her way of keeping this situation from happening. Lulu would continue to act irrational out of fear, and it won't suit anyone close to her well. What do you think? Do you think that Lulu will lose it when she finds out that Britt is still alive? Will Lulu keep Rocco and Britt apart? Will Lulu fear losing Rocco to Britt? Keep watching General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, to find out what's next. General Hospital spoilers report fireworks as ADA Justine Turner emerges as a wildcard in the escalating war between Drew Quartermain and Sonny Corinthos. Fans are gushing over a jaw-dropping plot twist. ADA Turner, initially gunning for Sonny, might flip and take aim at Drew after witnessing his shady tactics. Her overhearing Drew blackmailing Sonny, threatening to have Micheal Corinthos arrested for assault unless Sonny hands over his waterfront property, has shifted her perspective. With ADA Turner now eyeing Drew as a corrupt congressman abusing his power, Facebook is alight with speculation. Will ADA Turner's turn save Sonny from Drew's grip, or will it unleash a new storm in Port Charles? ADA Turner arrived in Port Charles with Sonny in her crosshairs, but Drew's ruthless move flipped the script. Hiding in the shadows, she caught him strong-arming Sonny with a blackmail scheme tied to Michael's Metro Court scuffle. Her shock at Drew's abuse of power has fans flipping their lids. As a fierce ADA, she is now questioning Drew's clean-cut image, suspecting he's dirtier than the mob boss she targeted. Her potential alliance with Sonny could shift the power dynamics, especially as Drew's schemes like framing Stella Henry, unravel. Is ADA Turner ready to expose Drew's corruption, or is she playing a deeper game? Sunny, no stranger to legal battles, might find a surprising savior in ADA Turner. Her disdain for Drew's tactics could lead her to team up with the Corinthos patriarch, leveraging her legal clout to counter Drew's political muscle. If ADA Turner builds a case against Drew, possibly tying his blackmail to Stella's wrongful suspension, she could dismantle his empire. The chemistry between ADA Turner and Sunny hints at more than just business, with some fans speculating a steamy alliance. But will ADA Turner's pivot protect Sunny's waterfront empire? Or is she risking her career by crossing a Quartermain? Drew's not going down without a fight. His charm and congressional status mask a vindictive streak, and ADA Turner's betrayal could push him to strike back hard, maybe digging up dirt on her or enlisting his attorney, Ezra Boyle, to outmaneuver her. If ADA Turner exposes Drew's blackmail, it might rally allies for Michael's cause in the custody battle, but it could also escalate into a public scandal. Will ADA Turner's pivot be Sunny's salvation, or ignite a war with Drew's powerful connections? Is she going to take down Drew in favor of Sunny? Maurice Benard recounted an unforgettable moment that had a lasting impact on him, which compelled him to share with his fans. General Hospital star Maurice Benard is never shy about sharing his passions with fans, whether it's through his work on screen, his State of Mind podcast, or his candid Instagram posts. As Sunny, the Dawn of the Northeastern Seafront, he's been under attack by Drew Sidwell and the slimy Port Charles councilman, Ezra Boyle. In the real world, the Emmy winner recently opened up about an unforgettable experience that moved him deeply and shared it with his fans. Benard shared a video on Instagram in which he spoke to the fans while hanging out with his grandchildren and pet goats. He wrote, "I dedicate this video to one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. I went to see it twice, something I never do in the theater. I would advise everyone to go see it, but expect to cry a lot. It may change your life a little bit." He explained that it was a 2025 film called It's Never Over, Jeff Buckley, about the 90s alternative musician, singer, songwriter, and guitarist of the same name. The doc contains never-before-seen footage, exclusive voice messages, and accounts from Jeff Buckley's inner circle paint a captivating portrait of the gifted musician who died tragically in 1987, having only released one album. In the video, Benard was focused on his grandkids and pets as Jeff Buckley's song Hallelujah played in the background. He was enjoying TT and Milo playing as water was sprinkling in part of the goat pen, and the kids were enjoying it. He ended the video with some shots of Milo covered in mud, and it's clear that the documentary fueled his need to appreciate his life and family. Former GH co-star Vanessa Marcil commented, "We will go. Jeff is otherworldly." Fellow alum Sarah Joy Brown also chimed in with, "We'll be going to see it," as did current co-star Finola Hughes, who enthusiastically wrote, "I am going to watch this for sure." Sunny declares justice is near, while Molly presses Christina about their father, and Rick pleads for rescue. The next General Hospital spoilers video for Wednesday, August 27, 2025, shows Molly confronting Christina about her father, while Nina fumes over what she sees Willow doing, and Sunny vows someone will get what's coming to them. Sunny tells Alexis, "It's a matter of time before he gets what he deserves." He's most likely referring to Drew since he has no idea that Alexis has Rick tied up in her basement. Meanwhile, Curtis informs Portia, "Aunt Stella, she's in serious trouble." Speaking of which, Stella confidently tells Isaiah, "If I've done nothing wrong, they're not going to succeed." Ava pleads with Lucas, "I really need your help." She's obviously not going to let him know that she's part of Rick's kidnapping. If she's smart, she'll try to persuade him to get her some chloroform. Nah. He'll know something's up then. At a restaurant, Nina approaches Willow and asks, "What in God's name are you doing?" It's possible Willow was sitting with Drew because that's the only person who would get Nina that upset. The weekly teasers state that Willow makes an offer, but hopefully that doesn't mean she wants Drew's help again. Molly informs Christina, "I know what you did to my dad." The teasers also show that Molly confronts Christina, which is a misdirect because Molly doesn't know that Christina helped tie up Rick in the basement. And speak of the devil, a tied-up Rick begs someone, "You've got to get me out of here." It seems that an unknown person is visiting him and has removed his ball gag. So who could it be? This is starting to look like a horror movie. General Hospital spoilers tease that Monica Quartermaine has spent most of her life in Port Charles. And aside from a cousin named Lorena Sharp, Monica has never mentioned any other family members. In fact, Monica grew up in an orphanage, so it's been clear all these years that Monica had no other family. But now, word has it that Erika Slezak will soon be playing Monica's sister. But is that even really possible? Let's take a look. Recently, Martin Gray discovered a letter under the furniture at Drew Cain's house. It had been colored all over, so it seems as though Scout Quartermaine found the letter and decided to use it as her own personal coloring book. Martin opened the letter and was shocked to see it was addressed to Monica from an unknown person who hadn't reached out to Monica in a very long time. It seems likely that the letter is from Monica's previously unknown sister. If the rumors are true, and Slezak is playing Monica's sister, she'll likely be arriving in Port Charles within a month or so. While it's possible that Monica has been lying to her family for years about a sister, that seems unlikely. Monica has suffered so much loss over the last few years, so one would expect she would make it known she has a sibling, and even invite her to stay at the mansion with her. So while Monica may have known about her sister for a few years or so, it seems unlikely she's been keeping this secret for decades. What seems the most likely is that at some point in the last decade or so, Monica sent her DNA to one of those DNA testing companies. To her surprise, it was then she likely discovered a sister she never knew about. Monica had been traveling quite a bit during that time, supposedly on various medical conferences. But what if she was actually getting to know her newfound sibling? As to why she didn't tell the Quartermaine family about it, she may have wanted to protect her sister from the family and all their crazy schemes and infighting. And now that Monica has fallen ill, she hasn't been in touch as much, just because her health hasn't really allowed for it. Is Erika Slezak really playing Monica's sister? How long has Monica known she has a sibling? And why wouldn't she tell the Quartermaine family? Anything can happen in Port Charles, so stay tuned to General Hospital airing weekdays on ABC. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.